Little freeze from Chinoe's screen for a second. All right, now we're good. Oh yeah, I see what's going on.
Yeah, so I'd say, as far as those tricks go, they're not in world record right now, and they don't really need to be in world record.
Mm-hmm.
So
they'll be incorporated when they really, really need, because they're incredibly hard and inconsistent.
Right, when they really need it, or there is a more consistent setup found for it.
Right.
The icicle corner clip Can they hear us again on Twitch?
I don't think so. Oh. Yes, they can?
Okay. Oh, wait, I had Twitch audio on. Okay. Apologies for all of that, gamers. Devious DD, who's running the restream today, had his Discord crash. So apologies about that, but we are back.
A small mistake in Frog Room from Tharoah, but overall it's a pretty even cap.
Yeah, but what I was saying when the audio cut out is that the icicle corner clip needs to know saves about 7 seconds without the setup. So that's if you just basically
YOLO it.
YOLO it. But if you do a setup, it saves about 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Do you know how much 2DSS saves?
That also saves about 7 seconds with optimally.
Cool. Well, it looks like Chinoe is still on track to do DSTA. The real thing that will sorry, never mind.
Well, were you saying he needs to be under a 6-minute cascade exit to make DSTA?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that was well put. Yeah, so really just gotta hit Dino Skip, obviously.
Right. At a 105 level, getting an under 6-minute cascade exit is not very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're somebody that I know that I will not name who has a very low 105 but is notorious for being terrible at cap.
Shoutouts to unnamed person, yes.
Yes, unnamed person.
Chinoe playing it a little bit safe on the Dino Skip, and Tharoah not. You can see like if you're really really close to the edge, then you won't need a capture or dive. You can just dive right in like Tharoah did. But if you end up a little bit further away like Chinoe did, you might have to do a homing throw rainbow spin just to be safe in order to make the full distance to the Madame Brutal fight.
Right, because you actually don't have your cap bounce there in the capture, so you'd say, why don't they just cap bounce?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have your cap bounce, so if you try to go for a cap bounce, you'll just dive right through.
Exactly.
So Chinoe is a few seconds ahead of Throw at this time. And something that Saren also told me when we were commentating Throw's match is that this 109 is over a year old.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay.
So he has not played at the 109 level for over a year.
So it's not that he's been playing for a while and he just never PB'd. It's that he took a very long break.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Farron told me, I assume he's exaggerating, but he told me he's retired from SMO like 7 times in the last year.
Ooh,
I assume
Chinoe's
that's exaggeration, but
yeah. Chinoe's input getting eaten there by the chain chomp. Chain chomp makes some lag, and if you press a button right then, unfortunately, it just doesn't happen. So Chinoe had a little bonk there, but ultimately won't really matter.
Alright, let's see what Chinoe's exit is here. About 5:56. So should be fast enough to make DSTA.
Yep.
Tharoah was what, like 5 seconds behind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just about, I think. I'm not sure. It seemed like they started at just a little bit different times on our screen, so not sure.
Yeah, I guess that's right. Oh, and Devious might have synced them now, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Example note, missing the DSTA seed can lose you about 2 or 3 seconds just for the fact that you have to manually go into the menu and change the time.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know how fast their menuing is, if it's really just 2 or 3 seconds. We can hope.
Right. I mean, some people who were very good at DSTA got very mad when Nintendo updated the home screen and added another icon on the bottom for the Nintendo Switch store.
Right.
So many people who were very muscle memory synced DSTA got mad when that happened because they keep missing the right button to change the time.
DSTA got nerfed by Nintendo.
It did. It
Yeah.
did. Yeah, so ask like any top level runner that, just resets all the time. They'll be like, I hate that. So.
Yeah, that must be really annoying.
Right, since we. Yeah, so the way it looks right now, you'd think, oh, Tharoah is really ahead here. But Chinoe and Tharoah are doing different routes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Exactly. Yeah. I clearly. I raced yesterday. I clearly have no idea what the route beginners, intermediate, advanced people, and the crazy segmented like task-ish run. I don't know what route is right, but I'm pretty sure that Chinoe's got a little bit of a lead here in routing. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, Chinoe's route is more advanced. Chinoe's route is an intermediate route. And Tharoah's looks like more of a beginner route. They're like the super advanced route, like what Mitch, Tyrone, and Lucidity do, is reverse town. And that one is very, very hard. And that's like the pro. There's like out of all the levels.
Yeah, that's like top level.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not sure if Tharoah's gonna do Sphinx or not, but it may be like.
It looks
nope, he's doing the Sphinx.
Yeah. Sphinx route. I mean, you said his record is over a year old. Maybe his route is a little old too.
Right. I mean, some people who learn like how to play off of the small ant tutorials or something don't necessarily update their route, and then they end up doing the Sphinx. Even if it's newer, so it's hard to say. But Tharoah.
That is actually me exactly. Who still does Sphinx route. I am definitely that person.
Alright, looks like Chinoe there was trying to get a motion control spin throw, but they ended up getting an up throw.
A small mistake that will lose, half a second, 1 second, nothing too big. It's looking like Chinoe has quite a lead here. This is it the routing difference that made all of this difference? I mean, I don't think either of them made any significant mistakes.
It's not necessarily mistakes, it's routing and also its movement. Chinoe's movement is more advanced
That's
than
true.
Tharoah's is.
Even on just like a little thing like Jaxie skip, right? You saw Thoreau take the bullet bill straight into the wall and then wall jump, you know, just like every beginner ever would. Yet Chinoe trying to save, you know, a quarter of a second will get out of the bullet bill just a second before he hits the wall to save just that little bit of time. You could tell they're just going for more advanced strats. At least if my eyes didn't deceive me, I think that's what happened.
No, you're right. Chinoe is looking around an 11-minute exit here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 11:02. Okay.
Yep.
So the route that Thoreau's here doing, he actually met the bird here in the Oasis. And
Yeah.
then got the ground pound moon, so he does not need the notes.
Mm-hmm. It's looking like Chinoe's got a bit of a lead here. What is it? It's like a 30-second, 40-second lead?
More than 30, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because Chinoe's exit was 11:02.
Right. Oh, yeah. So it's like a 50-second lead. Chinoe just going for spin pound, right? Like you could just see like there's more commitment to cleaner movement overall everywhere.
Right, and I mean, movement is definitely something that you'll see change as runners, you know, experience level grows. So that's about 11:56, a 55 exit from throw. So about a 50 second difference
Mm-hmm.
between the two.
But there's a lot of race to go. I mean, sand is not the entire race.
No, it is not. If you
Seen many
watch,
times.
if you watch
Anything
top
can happen.
level people do IL do PB attempts all day, you'll just see CCS over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, who knew there was more kingdoms in the game?
Got a fish
Couldn't be
jump
me.
for Chinoe. Oh, a bonk from Thoreau. He has to try this jump one more time. But he'll hit it next try.
Right. Yep. That wall to the left here in Lake Kingdom, you're not supposed to go up there. You're actually supposed to do an underwater like passageway. That's the way Nintendo wanted.
Yeah. There's a whole casual route that takes about, I don't know, 40 seconds to a minute and a half. You know, it takes forever. And it's gross. And yeah, we just jump over that. But at least it was intended, though. It was intended that you could make a jump up there. When you do make a jump up there in English, it says, wow, great jump. Nintendo knows that you could, but I'm not sure that they actually wanted you to.
Right, yeah, there's a couple things like that. Like when you take the Gushin up to the tower for the Story Moon in Seaside Kingdom, Cappy will say something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to also go through an underwater passageway for that one. So, looks like the road there got a chaos dive,
His
meaning
input
that
got
his
eaten.
input got dropped.
Oh, his input got dropped again. Yeah, there's so much lag when you hit this flower that when you press buttons, Mario doesn't do anything. You gotta press them like 10 times.
Right, yeah, that jump in particular there is very notorious for eating a lot of your inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't see what Chinoe's exit was.
Oh, I missed that.
Alright, Chinoe here into the Wooded Kingdom. There are a couple of different routes we could see here. I'm not sure which one he's gonna do.
Smooth movement there.
I mean, I've seen nut clip attempted a few times in this league, but I haven't seen it very often.
Yeah. With a 105, do you think people usually go for nut clip or
Some people do, some people don't.
yeah.
Uh,
Just
It
depends on
really
the rubber.
depends on where their consistency lies, and also depends on what tricks they've chosen to practice.
Right. And it depends on whether you're willing to try it in a race format, which it seems like Chinoe is not so confident in their nut clip abilities at this moment, at least. Looks like
Yeah.
they might go for nut clip backup. We'll see.
I don't think they were trying nut clip there. It didn't look like they were.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I
attempting
meant their main route is nut clip backup or something like that. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I just say that because my main route is nut clip backup. It looks like they're about a minute 20 apart by the time that they left the Odyssey.
it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is how you'll see somebody in a no reset missing nut clip. This is how they'll get up. But
That's the main route I take. So I don't know if it's a good route, but I'm recognizing what they're doing.
Chinoe's having a very difficult time here with the ramp climb. They're not seeming to be able to get their momentum up.
Oh snap!
They
First
failed
try?
that bottom section about 5 or 6 times.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay, Chinoe gets
that one
there.
should work. Okay. So that will lose him a little time. That ramp climb can be difficult. You're not supposed to get up like that. You're supposed to use a rocket flower, but they're not available right now.
Right. Yeah, they are not in stock, and Chinoe just running straight up and jumping up the entire ramp. Looking like Tharoah's going a different route through Wooded. We have another split route, and we'll see how that ends up going for both players.
Right, yeah, so when players are using different routes in in the same kingdom, it's hard to tell what pace they're on until they essentially leave the kingdom.
True. Because you just saw Tharoah get the same moon Chinoe get, but it wasn't his, it wasn't his 6th moon, it was his 4th moon or something like that.
Yeah, they're not on the same number of moons at this time. So.
Exactly. Ooh, Tharoah was very scared of falling into deep woods, playing it safe. I respect that. Falling into deep woods does end your entire career, so I do respect the choice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it loses like a minute because you have to get one of those uproot.
It's an interesting route where he grabbed the checkpoint and then went down to flooded pipes and then not around the corner.
Chinoe, they're actually having a clean flower road skip. They got the spin pound off, so and they got it on the first try. So they are going to be saving the 2-3 seconds there. That flower road skip can save. It doesn't often save time unless you're really good at it, because a lot of people often have to back it up. Chinoe did not.
Do you know this route Tharoah is doing? I haven't seen it before, but I'm sure it's at least legitimate.
I mean, it seems like an older route to me.
Yeah.
It might be the route that people did on 1.0.
It does feel outdated for sure, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it might lose 2-3 seconds. It's no big deal.
Right, I mean, routes change for very, what people would think outside of speedruns would be like, oh, that doesn't matter. Why do you bother changing it? They're like, no, it's 2 seconds faster. So.
Gotta save every bit of time you can. Tharoah had a clean Spewer fight, probably the easiest of the.
You mean Chinoe?
Chinoe, my mistake. Yeah. Chinoe had a. Probably had a smooth Spewer fight. Spewer's probably the easiest out of the 4. What would you say is the hardest? Give me your brutal power ranking for the easiest to hardest funny.
Say easiest, probably Spewer, probably then Harriet.
I'd agree.
And then Rango, and then Topper.
Yeah, Topper and Bowser's definitely gave me some trouble at first. But Rango still gives me trouble in speedruns every once in a while. I don't know, it's close for sure. But yeah, I'd say Spirit's the weakest, and Harriet's definitely next. Those two are, they don't feel very difficult to get around. So, where is Thoreau getting this? Oh, no, Thoreau's getting that moon. I forgot. I don't pay attention to me. Nothing to see here. Just don't know where moons are. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really ranking off of casual here. We're kind of going off of doing speedrun strats.
Right, exactly. And off of doing speedrun strats, I think I'd put Rango a little bit harder, you know, agree to disagree. But it's very close.
Right, I mean, there's no, hard rule saying this one's harder, this one's faster.
Yeah, just objective.
It also depends on which one you're talking about. Like, are you talking about the one in Dark Side?
Yeah, that's true. If we're in Dark Side, Spirit suddenly gets 40 times harder, and Harriet doesn't change. Maybe Harriet gets easier.
Harriet's basically the same.
Yeah, maybe Harriet is now easier than Spirit, but I mean, regardless, it's probably not going to change too much.
Alright, Chinoe here is doing the fast hats, got the Stravmanip on the second round. Clean Bowser's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clean
No
cut.
problems.
Exactly what you want to see. It's a 2209 exit of Wooded and a 2211 exit of Cloud.
So they're basically a whole Cloud Kingdom.
Yeah, they're about 2 minutes apart, is
separated.
that? Something like that. How long is Cloud? Is it not 2 minutes? Am I crazy?
It's a little. I don't think it's fully 2 minutes if you're going fast.
Gotcha.
Make sure to use your
Chinoe missing Klepto Skip. So that'll lose a little bit of time and a little bit of money too, which might matter if they try and buy a moon and snow.
Well, I mean, you get 200 from the hint art.
Oh right, people get
Metro,
hint arts nowadays. Sorry, I don't even think about that.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Mhm.
Alright, there is a prediction going on in the chat, so you can use your Cool Cat Gang channel points to wager who you think will win this race. Alright, Thoreau here did not go for fast hats, and they actually missed the intended strat there. They couldn't quite get the hat to home in on them correctly. So we're going to lose a little time there.
Mm-hmm. Snow is playing very clean in Lost.
Except for the death, of course.
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to pick a side when you're a commentator.
I don't know what you're talking about. So Thoreau having a 24:05 exit. So if I remembered what I said for Chinoe, then that would help us. So that's good.
I feel like it's about a 2-minute difference because of the mess up that Thoreau did have with that hat, and they also did not go for fast hats, which loses 5 to 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And that's just like about how long Lost is in Chinoe's.
Ooh, that was a clean up throw out from under the bridge from Chinoe.
That was really smooth.
That was pretty hot, not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Gotta respect that one. Absolutely schmoovin'. Chinoe is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
Or maybe this.
Other than the death from the meme tree, Chinoe has been playing pretty well.
Yeah. Everything looking good from both players. I mean, I expect we'll see the same route through Lost for both players. I don't really think there is another route. I guess the last 3 moons is the question mark of which moons they'll go for. But I would expect at this level, probably
I mean,
the Under Bridge and the in the Stone Cage.
I have seen some people go for the Iron Cage. That's really probably the only thing that you would see different is
Yeah, the
Stone
triple
Cage or
jump.
Iron Cage. Well, you can do Iron Cage without doing the triple. You can wait for it to break and then go. So that's not as fast, but still a strat. Oh no, Tharoah here missing the Torpedo Moon.
Yeah, but that'll lose like 4 seconds, unfortunately. Ooh,
Oh, they blew up the
pretty
first
good.
block too.
Not what you like to see, but
With the triple, the Iron Cage is faster,
yeah,
but it's less consistent. The Stone Cage is much more consistent.
right. Stone Cage is pretty easy. Going for the fast jumps up City Hall. Chinoe.
Made the cycle easy.
Yeah. Wow, that was just such clean movement. I'm just
City Hall,
jealous.
your City Hall interior movement has got to be on point because these hitboxes, especially for the poles and stuff, are not pretty.
Yeah, I'm just jealous because I die in City Hall like every run. So
Oh dang!
it's good to see someone playing it like really clean. Even just nice movement up to the wire. Wow, Chinoe looks like they've practiced everything. Like every little inch of movement is optimized to where they feel good about it. And sometimes they mess up, but they go for it often enough where it saves time when they get it most of the time.
Right, I mean, Chinoe's movement is definitely more advanced than Tharoah's.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something that, just takes time and practice.
Yeah.
If you go into a top level runner's chat, and say, I have a 112 and I'm going for nut clip, what do you think? They're gonna say, you dummy, practice your movement, don't worry about nut clip.
What's wrong with you? If you don't know how to move Mario, you're not gonna get a 110. It's just not gonna happen.
I can guarantee you that's what they would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I find that pretty often. Like people who aren't into speedrunning, if I try and tell them about what I do, they're like, so what separates you from the top level runners? Is it like 1 or 2 small?
Oh no! Chinoe here's getting the 3 cycle on the Mecha Wiggler.
Oh no!
I missed 1 orb.
1 orb off. Oh, I missed that. So that'll lose like 30.
Yep. Mostly because of the interim cycles here, where you have to wait for the Wiggler to become a point where it's vulnerable again.
This isn't the hardest shot to hit while it's moving, but it's still not easy because no single shot is easy while it's moving.
Yeah, the tank is definitely not easy to maneuver, and the hitboxes for the orbs are not always where you think they would be.
Yep. Almost to 4 cycle, honestly, from Chinoe. It was starting to lock up.
I know, I was worried about it too.
Yeah. I was worried too, but Chinoe gets there.
Alright, so that will leave some time save open for Tharoah if he manages to get a 2 cycle Wiggler.
Yep, he'll save time there.
It's really a feels bad, man, especially if someone gets a 4 cycle,
Yeah, then you're just really sad.
Alright, Chinoe here into the day metro. We could be seeing a couple different routes here. Most people do go for this girder dram because it's one of the easier drams, because Cappy can only really home on one thing.
Yeah, it's very easy. I find that is not so difficult. Ooh, going for RC car, no scooter clip. Why would you anyway? Oh, the RC car really awkward to control, but eventually gets there.
I mean, that wasn't a terrible RC car. It could have definitely been worse.
I've seen way worse. Yeah, it's true. People are bad at RC car. Just practice moving. It's
unless you run all moons or 100%, because there's actually 2 races in the post game with RC car. So if you run all moons are 100%, you will be better at it.
Looking like a 2-cycle from Tharoah, indeed
Yep.
saving time over Chinoe there.
I guess this is a pretty hot movement here in Metro.
Yeah, Chinoe's moving. It is crazy. It is crazy to me just watching someone who's just like nuts at their craft. Especially as someone who's like jealous, like tries to do any of these things and cannot do them. Early musicians from Chinoe. Wow, she jumped instead of talking to the drummer, actually just ignoring him flat out. And when you do that, the drummer doesn't give you a moon. So she probably lost a bunch of time. No.
Who are you talking about?
I'm just kidding.
I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. It's about a 2-minute lead based off of when they're able to move in Day Metro. Probably could have just estimated that, but that's what it looks like coming out of the Odyssey.
Alright. Yep, Tharoah's also going for the RC car approach.
Mm-hmm. Driving around the moon as much as possible.
Yeah. This RC car is not going as well for Tharoah.
It is a fun fact, not a 2-lane road, rather a roundabout where he just goes in circles around the moon for 3 years. But he gets there. Chinoe gets the garbage. Looks like they're prepared for the dive. Might have to angle a little left.
Yep.
Yep.
Got it.
Nice.
That dive is blind. You can't move your camera quite available yet, so it's kind of a YOLO jump.
Yeah, just kind of hope jump. Clean movement up the pillar to.
I was gonna say this is really good movement up the.
Yeah.
Up the...
I definitely don't do that, but you know, some people are really good at this game.
Made the dive too. Okay.
Let's see if Tharoah does the old route. Old musicians later. No, also early musicians, I think.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
We'll have to see. I'll have to wait until see if they talk to the drummer or not.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So taking the same route allows estimations of where everyone is a little bit easier. You can tell how everyone's doing.
True. Yeah, Chinoe here is just getting the final moon here in the People's Room.
Mm-hmm.
The People's Room is one of the few sub-areas that actually has 3 moons in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's those 2 moons, and there's also a guy with a hat on with the eyes in the back where Cappy hides.
Right.
One of the most well-hidden moons in the game.
Yeah, that one's difficult. Okay, all right. Hardest moons. Let's talk hardest moons in the whole game. I'm feeling, we have to list Darker Side.
Volleyball 100.
What do you say? Volleyball 100
100.
and Jump Rope 100 have to be listed.
Jump Rope 100 is actually not as hard as you think.
I think it's easy, but people are either bad at jump rope or bad at volleyball or both. So I think you should probably list both. But yeah, I agree volleyball's harder. Looks like yeah.
I mean, 2D well in Metro is very difficult.
2D well in Metro.
No, in Mushroom, sorry.
In Mushroom, right. That one was intended to be really hard. Looks like he's not prepared for the dive. Yeah, just went for a smooth long jump. Playing it safe, Tharoah there.
My niche is actually kind of in all moons, so I know all of them pretty well.
I think the other really hard one I can think of is what's it called? It's without a cap, Breakdown Road.
Oh, yep, that's the one in Dark Side.
Yeah, the Dark Side Breakdown Road where you don't have a cap. That one's pretty hard. I definitely.
Most of the Dark Side sub areas are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
As all of the no, I was a little worried for Tharoah for a hot
that was a
second.
weird angle, but it's fine.
The Dark Side sub areas are all remakes of sub areas somewhere else in the game, but harder.
Yeah. Where either you don't have Cappy or things go invisible or stuff like that. So I'm surprised he didn't hit that. moon on the first ground pound, but you know he hit it second try. It's not a problem.
Alright, Chinoe here going for the early shop, which is an indication he will not go for Snowdram.
Seems safe. It is a race, and Snowdram is just a little hard.
Tharoah there actually took the less fast approach of actually just barreling through the people. You're actually supposed to hug the right side on the wall,
Right.
because that's where you have the least amount of collision.
Otherwise, the people push you back and back and back, and you lose just a little bit of time.
Chinoe there did not go for the clip. It only saves about 2 seconds. If you're consistent at it, though, it doesn't really lose a lot of time to just go for it.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Well, I mean, it's still hard. But Chinoe almost dying, but knows what they're doing. Still made it. Are there any other? I can't really think of any other hard moons. I think those are all the really, really hard ones. And there are some like well hidden ones.
Yeah, I mean, those are hard for a different reason. I mean, obviously, Darker Side is hard for a reason.
Do you know where the hint arts are that tell you about the Luigis?
Do you mean like where the 2D hint arts that give you the 200 coins?
Yeah.
Those were actually released in a soft patch by Nintendo, and they actually told people where they were through their Twitter account.
Interesting. I had no idea where those came from.
So it was never actually like a hint in the game of you can find 200 coins here. Like no one actually says that.
Ooh, a death from Chinoe. But I mean, that loses like almost no time. Such a fast death. Obviously, it loses time because you have to watch cutscene and die. But
also
ultimately...
Nintendo news, yeah. Yeah. So my point is that no one in the game says, this is where you find it. You had to go through some sort of an outside source or just get lucky.
Yeah. Chinoe going for the longest long jump makes it clean.
They were really close to not making that, though.
Yeah. Tharoah also buying a moon. Snowdram is just unnecessary. Clearly doesn't even save time, or else they would go for it. Pretty clear to me that everyone should give up on Snowdram. Makes perfect sense.
I mean, like I said, it depends on where your consistency lies.
True.
I had a 109 player I was commentating, Flavian actually, who's trick jumper that went for Snowdram, and they got it because they're a trick jumper.
Yep.
So
that helps. Chinoe skipping that flower. I didn't even realize you could do that, or skipping the wind. I am now gonna do that in my next run. Learning as I go. It's great.
Love to see it.
All right, in the gusty sub area again. One of the scariest sub areas. Probably the scariest sub area in the whole run. So hopefully Tharoah hits it clean, and it looks like he is playing smooth.
Funnily enough, this is actually not a sub area. Anywhere you need to go that's has story moon progression in it is not a sub area. For it to be considered a sub area,
God! Did you see that save?
He should not have made that.
What a save! I mean, all right. Let me tell you about that save just a little bit more, because, like, he was pushed back and he has no hat, and he wall jumped. And when you wall jump with no hat, the only way to dive back on is to wait. And what a scary thing to do is just to wait at the end of this room where a death would be like pretty costly. He had to just sit there and wait in the air for Mario to turn around, and he just barely waited the right amount of time where he dove back onto the ledge. Wow, incredible save. Tharoah. That was really smooth.
That was quite the save, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, but what I was saying, that this is not considered a sub area because it has story moon progression in it. Any area with story moon progression is not a sub area.
Gotcha.
I just have all the SMO facts. I'm just filled with
Yeah, you just
facts.
have an absolute genius here, so just lucky to be in your presence. Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, a nice up throw coming up from Chinoe. Chinoe with these up throws, just diving through walls. It's awesome. Just looks good.
That was a pretty spin pound there.
Yeah, and the spin pound just looked nice. Like, that's not optimal, I don't think.
Probably not, but it looks
looks
pretty.
so cool. I want to do it now.
Alright, here into the cheap cheap section. This is where you save the most time, typically, is how tight you take your lines and not taking damage, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Looks like Tharoah's playing well going into the next thing. Ooh, damage from the bacon for Chinoe.
Yeah, that sea bacon is... hate to see it.
Yeah, it's just damaging you with its fat. You know how it goes. Because bacon is
Yeah.
just like that. Nice throw exits Snow just a little bit outside of Chinoe. It's gonna be difficult for Throw to bring this back. Definitely not impossible. We're gonna need to see some mistakes from Chinoe for sure. Probably a mech mistake or somehow
2D section.
yeah 2D section or a pillars mistake, something like that.
I mean, his pillars, he'd have to die on pillars. It couldn't be like a, oh, we missed early pillar mistake. It would have to be a death.
Right. Yeah, the most likely would be a 2D death or a mech death. Those are the really hard parts of the rest of the game.
Yeah, Chinoe did die on pillars in his last race. True.
Ooh, interesting. Didn't know that. You know, add some spice to the gameplay. It's not over.
Not over till it's over.
Exactly. Looks like Thoreau is coming in, seeing Chinoe on his way out, saying goodbye, saying, "I have 10 more moons to collect, but I'll see you in Bowser's. I'll see you in Moon. I will make this back."
You think that's what he's saying?
No, I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he's like, "I feel hopeless right now," but we can hope.
Right, if I do remember a last race I was commentating of Thoreau, he did take a little bit of an odd route in Seaside. We'll see if it's
Really?
that again. Yeah.
I can only think of 2 routes, but we'll see.
It was one I'd never seen before. He like captured a Gushin and like went for a ride, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. He's capturing Gushin. I have no idea what this route is, but we'll find out. Maybe he thinks this is the faster way to get to. This is the faster way to get a cheap and to get to this chest moon. It's not.
It's definitely not. But
it's close-ish, probably. I don't think it's that bad. Wow, you could just see like the difference in movement. Chinoe's playing so clean. Like you got the moon, just the segment of Chinoe getting that moon behind the secret wall was just like it's so beautiful to see, and a nice beautiful spin pound and an up throw into a dive, and Thoreau like taking more of his time and lining it up. You can see just like some differences in practice.
oh, for sure.
And possibly some rust from Thoreau.
Yeah, and you actually saw there Thoreau. The hitbox for the Cheap Cheap is actually quite big. He went way past where he needed to activate these mounts.
Fish clip, that should work fine. Fish clip's pretty
As long as
free.
it gets far away.
Yeah.
The hardest part about Fish Clip is actually not getting out of bounds, but not going back in bounds.
Yeah, definitely not going back in bounds is the spooky part. But both of them playing it clean. Wow, Chinoe, the spin pound right on the edge of that pillar. I mean, it's just beautiful to watch. I mean, it's just a master of his craft. Like, what was that? A spin pound roll cancel, like as the standard movement outside the vegetables. Crazy stuff.
I mean, his movement is just more advanced than other people in this tournament. That's just how it is.
Hmm.
It depends on who you watch. If you watch more like mid to lower level runners, then you're not expecting this. But if you spend more of your time watching the higher level people, then
Right.
you're...
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely of the camp that I watch lower level players way more often than higher level players. So to me, I'm just astounded.
We see Chinoe here doing the camera manipulation because these potaboos, or the lava bubbles,
Hmm.
are not, they do not exist until you see them on your camera, so you can kind of manipulate.
You can move your camera around. If you don't move your camera and don't try and adjust, usually things just get gross. And Potabo, you have to wait for maybe 3 seconds. So, or sorry, something like 3 seconds. So, not having to deal with that is really nice.
It was a good forks room.
Yeah, great forks room. Tharoah falling in the lava, but not a problem. Very quick recovery.
What do you mean lava? It's Pepto-Bismol. Everyone knows
Sorry.
that.
Yeah, the Pepto. My bad. Of course. Let's see, Chinoe, climb up a mountain. Going to the right on the mountain, I've never seen that in my life because I don't really watch that much SMO. I always go left, but crazy.
Some people go right. If you're getting the turnip, then you typically go to the right.
Yeah, of course. If you're getting the turnip, I mean, you have to go right. There's no other option.
Spam this cheese.
Yep, gets there. Not that slow.
Yeah, that cheese was not bad at all. Definitely
Hard
could
to
have been
control.
worse.
So, I mean, pretty clean. Clean spear fight, clean cheese. Both players having a good luncheon so far.
I mean, Thoreau did have, some
Yeah, he did take a step,
spaghetti.
but
Also taking
ultimately
a little...
that shouldn't hurt his system. Almost should help him because it's just such a healthy thing. Drink your Pepto.
Not when it's this hot, though.
Oh yeah, it's true. It is dangerously hot. All right, let's see Chinoe not die back here. I personally
Don't say it. Commentators curse.
I would never die back here. That's just ridiculous to even think about. Oh wow, Chinoe playing it safe, and I super respect it. Dying there would be
Well, it was Dragon's fault that you died there because he cursed you.
Yeah, it's true. It absolutely was Dragon's fault. Tharoah running through all the vegetables absolutely wants a big old bite, and he will get it. Now taking the normal rolling away from the vegetables so they don't mess with them.
Yeah, I actually took the fork up too, which you definitely don't need to. So
yeah, the fork is definitely slow. I have to say, I'm pretty sure that loses time. But
Henry was running in the race yesterday, and the other person I was commentating with, named Dragon, said, "Oh, he needs to be careful not to die here." And then Henry immediately died.
And then I died there, and then I respawned, and then I went back, and then I died
and
there.
Died again. Yep.
I died jumping to the last moon before triple. I died after the triple jump. I did the triple jump and I went up the wall and then I died on the backside twice. It was great.
Yep.
But yeah, it was all Dragon's fault, so it wasn't.
Yep. Indeed, his fault. Definitely not yours.
Looks like Tharoah did some camera manip too. So
Yep.
I got the photo on the right cycle.
You see, Salazar typed in there, ! sophomore. You can donate to the prize pool by clicking on the PayPal link there if you have the means to do so. Definitely give that.
I didn't even know there was a prize.
Hey, look I'm teaching you all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely learning as as a noob over here, just experiencing what I can. Let's see. Ruin should be pretty standard from Chinoe. Throw, taking the Podobo. Whoa! Whoa! That's fast Podobo movement. I didn't even know you could do that.
No, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, I maybe Chinoe did that and I just missed it, but I just didn't even know that was possible. Going up the left side makes me like Throw better as a human being, so that's good too. Having some
It doesn't even matter.
it's everything to me. It's all I've ever cared about. Just gotta grab a pan bro here.
Yeah, it looked like Chinoe here in Ruin Kingdom looked like he was trying to do a motion control spin throw to get the keys, but he was having some difficulty with his motion controls.
Well,
this game is
here...
a very motion control heavy game. So.
Yes, it's true. Thoreau having a real question. He can't decide whether he's a pan bro or not. He got in the pan bro when he needed to, and then he got out and back in again. And then when he was done being a pan bro, he got out, but he got back in again because he just likes being a pan bro, and I can respect that.
I mean, to be fair, that is an easy place to recapture the pan bro.
Yeah, very easy. Especially right after you pull the lever. I mean, you're already cap throwing.
Chinoe's here in 1 health in the last phase of the Ruined Dragon, so he's gonna have to be careful here because those little.
But playing as we expect, no death and ruined. That's just
dying in ruined sucks.
Yeah, dying in ruined is really bad. Oh, no. Thoreau almost missing the ground pound too on the rocks, but it's fine. Yeah, dying in ruined is just so sad. You're just like,
Devious would know he died in ruined on your run. So.
You lose 2 minutes, but you lose your sanity. I mean, it's so much worse.
Because no one expects to die in ruined.
Yeah, you're like, this is so free, and then you like stop paying attention, and then you die.
True.
DD telling us in the chat that he was throwing on purpose, which I respect because it allowed me to win. So thank you, I appreciate it.
I mean, you were like 5 minutes ahead, but.
So Chinoe's exit of Ruined is, let's see, 5301. So Thoreau is about 1 Ruined Kingdom behind. We're gonna at this point probably have to see a Death in Mech or a Death in Pillars or both for Thoreau to catch up here.
True. And Chinoe here definitely has the lead. Probably not PV pace,
It doesn't look like it, but maybe, Nah, probably not. Because Chinoe would need like an 8-minute Bowser's into a 4-minute Moon. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Is an 8-minute Bowser's normal at this level? I don't know.
I'd have to see his splits.
Yeah.
See what his average is.
Yeah. Because I definitely 8-minute Bowser seems out of the question to me, as well as 4-minute Moon is impossible. So.
Yeah, I mean, not even Miles Pro can get a 4-minute.
Yeah, and he's the Moon Master.
He is.
Chinoe styling a little bit, just a spin pound. Just doing whatever they want. I mean, yeah, right after you ground pound that, I forget what he's called, but the big smashing guy, you have like so much time to go to the moon and sit there, but instead Chinoe taking his time, preparing just a giant spin jump into a ground pound onto the moon, just making it look pretty.
Yeah, we like to see style points.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take them.
Style points, add drama, add suspense, and we always appreciate that in a race. Skipping the bird to get these shards makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't need it.
No.
You don't need it until this 5th shard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then the bird is necessary because it's behind a block. No glory hole, so we'll make sure Just gotta
See the
make sure
crates.
don't mess up in crates, yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't get the burb dram too. If he got the burb dram, he can skip crates, but he didn't get it, so.
Yeah. Throw dodging about 400 purple, scary, spiky wheels coming at him, but he avoids all of them, as we expect.
I mean, those are all very consistent, so if you're someone like, hey, they're cool, you know exactly where they're all going to be, so you can very easily avoid them.
Throw
It's
also
always the same.
going into this last phase, but as we expect, gets there perfect. Chinoe getting into some bunnies. Looks like Topper first. Great
Yep.
move. Big
No,
fan.
wrong move. Wrong
Yeah,
move.
absolutely the right move.
No,
Definitely
no,
Topper
wrong.
for optimal play.
Mm-mm. Nope, not optimal.
Definitely the right move. And if you think it's the other way, you're just losing time. I mean, so
Then why is Harry first in the BTT?
that's because people didn't realize just how fast going Topper first, how much time it saves. It's just is the community doesn't understand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Why
They
don't
went
you
for
submit
style.
your clips and retime them? Why does that happen?
Mhm. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna retime. I suck. It doesn't really make any sense. Tharoah having a 56-54 exit. If I remembered again what Chinoe said, it should be fine. But I think it's about 2 minutes apart. Maybe 3.
Anonymous, thanks for the gift sub to quote. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
PogChamp. Can I get some pogs in chat? Grabbing a bird, climbing up the wall. Hashtag just throw things. Normal things going on. Chinoe finishing the bunnies. Looks like we're gonna have to see some mistakes from Chinoe coming right up in order for this to get a little bit closer. But
Right.
ultimately, it's looking like Chinoe has quite a lead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chinoe would have to make a big mistake to lose here.
Doesn't make a mistake on crates. Absolutely clean. Pipe comes out. Again, playing it clean. Oh yeah, just a smooth triple jump.
Yep, into the blind jump there.
Mm-hmm. That was a great angle from the bird jump.
Yeah, it was.
It's just right.
Alright, yeah, Tharoah is here into the shards. Okay. Alright, well, Tharoah does shards. Chinoe is heading up here to the Mecha Brutal fight. One of the hardest parts of Bowser's Kingdom. Very easy to lose.
Definitely
Time
could
on.
be the hardest part of the whole run. It's quite difficult. Let's see, side of the leg strat.
Yep, right leg.
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah, everything there went really, really well.
Does look like going for topper acquired. Very good topper acquired.
That was very smooth.
I doubt he'll go for target acquired because target acquired is much harder. My guess is that we'll do the side bubble and then up to Harriet for the last 10.
Probably. Usually, in case you're wondering why they don't ground pound the bubbles at this stage, they're invincible. So you have to wait for these legs to stop going rainbow. That's why there's no slamming of bubbles yet, but it'll come. It'll come short.
Yeah. Looked like he was counting the steps.
Oh yeah.
No, he's fine. He made it up.
I forgot there was a platform there. Yep, and just a very, very smooth mech fight from Chinoe, playing it basically perfectly. Took a little bit of a slow cycle on the third bubble, but that's what they practice and what they're prepared for.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty hot mech.
Yeah.
Straight up the right side, got up easy, topper acquired, didn't fall off. So.
Ooh, I no longer am rooting for Tharoah now that he's done a Harriet first. Absolutely cringe move.
Well, you shouldn't root for anyone, you know. You're supposed to be impartial.
I was never rooting for anyone. Ooh, 2 bomb misses on Harriet. He's gonna have to wait for the long third phase where she whirls bombs around like a madman.
Yeah, that's how most people do it casually, is on that the big bomb phase.
Mm-hmm.
You actually can go into first person and set it up a little bit faster, called Furriet, or first person Harriet, named after Fur _
Mm-hmm.
the All Moons world record holder.
Or you could walk slowly to the right, menacingly, as Tharoah does.
I mean, you could do that, but it's not faster.
Yeah, it's not optimal. So Chinoe will be leaving Bowser's at a smooth 1:01:27. Something like that.
Yeah. So definitely not PV pace.
No, it's looking like Tharoah's gonna need a death in pillars and maybe a death in the 2D section as well, in order for him to catch up, which is not impossible. As you said, we've seen it before. It's you know, I'm not trying to speak it into existence, but it's definitely not an impossibility here.
Yeah, I mean, not impossible, but unlikely.
Yes. Oh yeah, of course. Definitely unlikely. However, if we say it's unlikely, then chat will leave. So I just figured ignore it.
Well, you're assuming that everyone here in chat doesn't know anything about SMO, though.
That's true. That's true. And they probably know, you know, 1 or 2 things. Oh my God! Chinoe landing on the last bit of the edge there.
Yeah, that was like pixel.
I think one pixel to the right, maybe you fall off that ledge. Getting the double flowers just feels better. I respect that.
Right. I mean, you know, Control FN. You're like asking whether or not it's good. I mean, good is a very subjective term. You know, what's good for one runner may be totally trash for another.
Mm-hmm.
But for Chinoe's level, this is a good run.
Yeah.
Not a perfect run, but good.
If I'm on PB pace and my opponent's on PB pace and I have a 110 and he has a 102, you know, it's a good run for both of us, but that doesn't mean it's close. Doesn't mean our times are the same.
Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to I Want a Math Debate.
A math debate?
Yeah, that's who got the gift sub. I Want a Math Debate.
We should have a math debate right here on stream. I'm a math major.
No.
Let's go.
I studied nursing.
Oh, okay.
A shocker, right? I mean, you never would have guessed, but...
No, I mean... Alright, going for Bird Mech from Tharoah here.
Yeah, so Tharoah will be losing 20 to 30 seconds over Chinoe just for going the bird strategy. Anonymous, thank you for the gift sub to Gotham Pog.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
More Pogs in the chat. I mean, this is just very kind.
Who is this anonymous gifter, per se? Is it Slab Daniels?
It's me.
Oh, it's you.
No,
Okay.
it's definitely not me. I'm paying attention to other things. I should not take credit. That's just unkind. Nice spin pounds coming out from Chinoe. Just styling on him. Styling on Bowser. The easiest boss fight ever.
I mean, Bowser's hair is pretty...
Oh wow, what a ground pound on that bubble. That was smooth from Tharoah.
Yeah, Tharoah needs to be careful here with those ears.
But gets there. Tharoah ultimately taking a faster cycle there on the third bubble than Chinoe did, but losing time on the first cycle from using a bird to climb up the mech instead of climbing up the leg itself.
Yeah, Slap Daniels is an SMO community member and a runner himself. He has like a 104 or 105. And he's known for gifting like hundreds of gift subs at a time for like every person. Like I think he's gifted like for endangered like thousands of gift subs, and he'll just drop 100 gift subs. If you ask him what he does, he'll say he's a bank robber.
Which you know, still good for us.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it, right? You
Well,
know,
he's
I'll
not
take
robbing the
100
bank
gift
that
subs.
has my money. It's cool with me.
Oh, did he drop 200 on CCG? I'm not surprised. Sounds like him.
2D section coming out from Chinoe. Going for 2D skip. Let's see it. Clean. Clean as heck.
Hot
Leaving,
2D skip.
Yeah, no XD skip.
Good.
Yeah, honestly.
XD skip is actually slower.
Has it been shown to be slower? I thought it was even.
No, it's slower.
Yeah, so good no XD skip, a smart move, playing it safe, as clearly he needed to be in order to win this race. Tharoah exiting with a 1:06.10, and also not on PB pace, unfortunately. But it looks like they'll both be about a minute behind their PB, or a minute or two.
Yeah, Chinoe is here in the pillar section. He's looking like around a low 107.
Pepe D's, Cat Jams, you know what's up.
Indeed.
Are you a Pepe D or a Cat Jam kind of person?
Usually Pepe D.
Yeah, I'm a big Pepe D man too. I definitely am a fan. Way over Cat Jam. I mean, dog.
Sour please also works.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, looking like a low 107 here from Chinoe and the W.
That's what it's looking like. We'll see if Tharoah finishes. Chinoe walking away from the wire, doesn't want to win.
Nope, definitely
Ultimately,
not.
A 1:07.11 from Chinoe.
Right, GG's for Chinoe taking the W.
Impressive. I mean, just a great run, right? Like, the only real time losses I can think of were a 3-cycle,
Died and ruined.
Death and lost. A what?
No, yeah, died and lost. Sorry.
Died and lost. I can't think of much more. I mean, there might have been some little mistakes here and there, some bonks, but ultimately an incredible run from Chinoe. I think that was just
indeed.
Very, very and Tharoah also playing well. I mean, I can't think of many mistakes Tharoah made. Tharoah had no deaths, and I mean, yeah, I can't think of any major time losses. Just some overall movement time losses to Chinoe, but for his level, I mean, can't think of any huge mistakes that he made. But I mean, there must have been something in PB or anything.
Right. I mean, but we did. You know, I did say earlier that this PB is over a year old, so you know.
That's true. That's true.
It's still hard to.
Getting burned by the fire. Prefers to cook Mario at the end here, in his final legs.
You actually have to be on the ground to get damage there.
Yeah, he did and getting punched in the face. I mean, he's just beating up Mario at this point for not moving as fast as he needed to throughout the run.
Yeah, that hat just punched Mario directly into his face.
Yeah, his schnoz has now been reversed into his face. There's no way he is breathing out of that for the next 2 days. Just maybe upset at his play or upset at Mario's spin pounding abilities, but clearly Tharoah just wanted to pound him in the face. That's pretty clear. Do you know if we're doing any post-game interview?
I don't, but that's what I'm asking right now.
Just curious. All right, Tharoah coming up on the end of the Bowser fight, going into the Pillars room as soon as he slaps Bowser a couple more times. Look at all those great times we had in Sand Kingdom when we had the Lakitu and the Jaxie and when it was nighttime, just like we always do when it's a speed run. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah, I mean, you'll still see those in different runs.
Yeah. AUM, 100%, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, not technically AUM, just AM. But
Is it just AM?
it is. They cut out the unique because people got confused.
So it's AM, still 880 though.
Yeah, still 880. Just change the name.
Yep, makes sense.
The only significant rule change was in 100%. You no longer have to get 999 moons. You only have to get 880 because
Yeah.
it doesn't have a profile star.
Is profile star the marker that you finished 100%?
Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
It's very anticlimactic. Like, if you watch Hey There Cool's 100% world record, you know, the climax of the run, like where you say done, is where you menu to the profile star. That's the end.
Oh, that's the ending. Oh,
Yep.
it doesn't end at like the second Bowser's fight.
Nope, you don't have to do it in Hundo.
Oh, you don't have to do it at all. Oh, wow. So, yeah. So, are there how many things do you have to go out of your way to do in 100% versus all moons?
It's mostly just the outfits and the purple coins.
Gotcha. There's no music like that's like really hard to get, or...
None of them are too out of the way.
Well, interesting. Throw into the right pillar first, and then the left pillar. I'm not sure how many times I've seen that, but regardless, coming up on the end here, probably going to finish with about a 112.30, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say mid 112.
Slamming that last pillar with some fireballs, ultimately finishing it, going into the end here. A little bit faster than I predicted.
I like a 15, 112, 15-ish.
112.15 escape on his screen. It's a
Yeah, I
112.
think that split was a little late.
Yeah, on his stream it's a 112.16, so that's probably accurate.
Hey, Saren. What's up, gamer? Alright, we have the win here from Chinoe and Tharoah.
It looks like
Game-
good for Tharoah, by the way. He golded Golden Moon, so that's nice.
Alright, we're just gonna have the runners here enter the voice call. Welcome in, Chinoe. GG's on the win.
Thank you.
How do you feel about this run?
I think it was pretty good, considered I didn't play that much, and it was pretty close to PB.
Yeah, I mean it was really smooth. I mean your movement overall is just very very impressive. And I think you did a great job.
Thanks. Yeah, almost a 4-cycle wiggler.
Yeah. Almost
Yeah,
a
how are you
perfect-
feeling about that? We were on our toes for sure.
I mean, I was thinking about recycling it, but then when I couldn't hit the last one on the 3rd cycle, that was kind of scary.
Definitely took some time. Did you have any other major time losses other than the 3 cycle and the small death and lost?
I don't really think so.
Nice.
Mostly just small time losses everywhere. Like bonking or something.
Yep. Bonk master over there.
No, your movement was good, Chinoe. Alright, Tharoah, GG's on the 112. How do you feel about your gameplay?
I definitely shouldn't have stayed up late last night playing Phasmophobia and probably should have been practicing, but you know, the D-rest is real, so just trying to get back down to that 109, 108 level I'd be happy with. But I had fun. I was really happy with the ending. It was probably much better than anything else in my run. So yeah, other than that, not a whole lot. There was a lot of spaghetti.
Yeah, it happens.
But
We've
yeah,
all been there.
the bird Bowser was fairly okay for me, and Moon I think I only lost a little bit of time to what I normally. I think my gold is like a 557 or something. So
Oh, okay.
so yeah, I was kind of trying to have fun with chat while I was playing, but yeah.
Nice.
Alright, was this the first tournament for SMO that you've entered?
Well, normally I'm on the commentary side for Odyssey, so yeah, as far as a runner, this will be the first one that I've been in. Been in a couple SM64 tournaments, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm normally on the commentary side.
Alright, runners, any final words?
GG on the win. Knew it was gonna happen, but it was a lot of fun sitting there watching you while I was playing as well, and Sarah Mew is stinky.
Yeah, thanks. Also, GG on your 112.
Thank you very much.
Alright, gamers. Devious, we will hand it over to you, and we'll be getting set up for the next race momentarily.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Okay. Alright, gamers, rating Source 28, hot SMO gamer. Give him some love. We'll be back soon.